New Belgium Voodoo Ranger IPA. Bursting with tropical aromas and juicy fruit flavors from Mosaic and Amarillo hops, this golden IPA is perfectly bitter with a refreshing, sublime finish.
Welcome back to the Tapping Out Show. My name is Jeremy.
This is Matt.
And we're doing New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger IPA. A new one from New Belgium. Obviously everyone knows them from Fat Tire. These guys are out of Fort Collins, Colorado. I tried this a little bit yesterday. He hasn't tried it yet. I actually thought it was pretty good, so let's crack this open. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to try it. I remember Fat Tire from a long time ago. I haven't had Fat Tire in a while, but I remember Fat Tire being a really popular beer. That's kind of why most people know who New Belgium is. I actually saw online that they had this new IPA that was coming out. And it's cool to see that we're going to be trying it.
I like New Belgium. I like their beers. It's one of the very few guilty pleasures every time I go visit family in Colorado. I'm going to say typical nice golden IPA.
You can see through it, which not a lot of IPAs you can see through. It's nice and golden. It's got that fruity West Coast IPA kind of smell to it.
Pine citrus kind of.
Citrusy kind of pine smell. I know a lot of people would want their house to smell like this all the time.
Ready?
Yeah, cheers. It's a good IPA. Not a lot of hoppiness on the back end. Some people search for that hard hoppy taste. Some people don't want it.
I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say some people like Jeremy don't really like too much hoppiness. I'm kind of weird on that. Sometimes I do some things like the Idiot IPA I love, and people say it's really hoppy, and I can't even taste it. So I think it depends on what kind of hops they use. But this is a good IPA. I would say this is a good IPA for someone to try that's never had an IPA. You know, it kind of has that. You know, every brewery kind of does have their own little flavor to it. It's a really light IPA though. You know, for 7% alcohol, of course, that's not really strong comparable to the 9s and the 10s that we end up trying sometimes.
For the taste, though, the alcohol content's pretty high. So I'm going to say this: if you're,
I disagree on that.
Really?
I say for 7%, I don't think it's that bad. That's kind of what I was getting at. For 7% alcohol, which isn't that much alcohol, but you know, comparable to things that are in the 9s or 10s. You know, some people can't even handle that much hoppiness. Okay. You know, I would say it has flavor on the back end, but not as much of a bite. Is how I would describe. That's how I would describe.
The bite's not there. There is still a pretty dry cut, a real citrus cut at the end, like most, like you said, West Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: if you like New Belgium, and you've never had an IPA, you're curious about IPAs, you hear about things like Pliny or Idiot or Stone or any of those companies, check this out. I mean, it's pretty smooth. It's pretty good drinking. Besides that, I mean, I really have nothing negative to say about it. I wish we could have got the double now that we found out there was a double on it, but this is something I wanted to try ever since I've seen it come out. So I like New Belgium. I'm not sure what your
I like New Belgium. We've had some of their variety packs and some of their beers I've liked. I remember I liked Fat Tire. I mean, 10, 15 years ago. I haven't really had much of it, you know, in a while. But even if you don't like Fat Tire that much, I wouldn't hold that against this beer either.
Right.
I would say this isn't really like the IPA connoisseurs kind of beer, you know, because most of them are looking for more hoppiness. I think this is more for someone that's not really that into IPAs. and you know, it's not too much hoppy. Like someone like you that doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
like I could see you drinking a couple of these over
And I could.
some IPAs that people search for and trade and go through all this to get their hands on. So, you know, sometimes there's beers that are easier to get that some people like, they're a little easier to drink. So I would suggest this beer for somebody that you know, maybe doesn't like that taste as much, but they still kind of want an IPA, but they don't want that really harsh, you know, IPA kind of bite.
I'd suggest it in general, just because IPAs aren't my thing, but I think this is a really good beer. Besides that, if you know anything else from New Belgium or just an IPA you think is similar, you don't like the way we rated this, hit us up. It's info@tappingoutshow.com. Social media, all one word, Tapping Out Show. Besides that, we're going to finish these, and cheers.
Cheers.